So this is what the trunk or the boot area looks like in an SL 500. I have pretty much stripped everything out, took the carpets out and removed the major components. Down the corner here, the major components will be the PSE box, the vacuum pump, which sits at the bottom underneath a sponge little seat, and they're connected with all these yellow and grey lines that will connect. There are your vacuum lines, which is controlled by that pump. Above here are all your hydraulic lines, which is basically to control the roof. So there are lots of latches, lots of locks, lots of pistons, what have you, all over the place in this vehicle, all controlled by these one of many hydraulic lines, which basically will disappear up into this the C-frame there. There's a lock frame, a locking latch, for the boot. Okay, it feeds to the other side of the vehicle, to the C-frame pump there, and there are some more latches, okay, for the other side. Here, now this is really strange, I've never seen this ever before. Somebody has taken out the battery control module and installed a fireproof blanket. So they're obviously having issues or were petrified over the scary kind of instances of when the battery control module sets fire to the rear of the vehicle. And that's happened on many a time. So it was in here. I have removed the module, but this is where the battery control module sits without a fireproof blanket normally, and that's what these big cables come to and feed into the main cabin through here. There is the petrol tank, which is kind of frightening when this thing catches on fire, and you've got a fuel tank there. Now when there is a fire, generally what happens, it burns through the carpet obviously, and it also burns through these hydraulic lines, which is then a nightmare. If you're going to replace anything, it's not just replacing the BCM and a smelly burnt out carpet, but these hydraulic lines which lead to the C-frame, and the whole C-pillar kind of hydraulic frame needs replacing as well, because you just can't replace these lines and repair them. They just can't repair them, sorry. You can't just get a spare line and put it in that kind of piston up there. You have to replace the whole lot. Also, what you see here, this is your rear strut. Okay, so if you're going to get your rear struts removed, all the carpets need to come out. Pull out the electric connector, just 2 bolts there and a few bolts underneath. And the other side, you have your rear strut there. And underneath here you have a few antenna little bits and bobs and a few little modules, which, to be honest, I don't exactly know what they are. And then you've got the rear lights here. Okay, the rear lights held on by these little nuts. There's a couple of nuts that go in there and the cable is there. And under here is soundproofing. You remove this. Okay, you can see there's an access to the bolt. And another one there, that's for the rear bumper. Don't expect them to come off very easily. They will be very, very corroded and difficult to remove. There you go. These look quite clean. Looks like somebody else has already done this before. Okay.